Hello, welcome to this tutorial. Previously, we have learned how to use CorelDRAW and its basic tools. So today we'll be applying what we have learned previously on CorelDRAW to answer the 2024 NECO BECE Computer Studies Practical Exam. So let us launch our CorelDRAW program. So we have launched our CorelDRAW program. If we are using CorelDRAW 2017 upwards, we will have a similar welcome page as this. But if we are using an older version like the Corel 2013, we will not see something like this. It will just ask us to create a new document. But since we are currently using 2019, CorelDRAW 2019 here, we have something like this. So let us create a new document. So let's give our document a name. So we'll give it 2024 NECO ICT. Alright. Now the page size that we'll be using will be A4 and our orientation will be landscape. I will tell you why we are using landscape as we progress. Let's create this now. Okay, so this is our blank page document. So this is our tools on our toolbar. So let us we have the 2024 Computer Studies practical question here, and the requirement is that we make use of CorelDRAW to reproduce this student card that we are seeing here, and we are to make use of a Calibri typeface and font size 24 points for this, unless except otherwise stated. So let us proceed. So first of all, we have to create this prototype. What we have here now is the prototype, what they want us to create. So we have to create this first. The first thing we'll be creating is border, this frame here. That's what we'll be creating first. So let us create that using our rectangle tool. So this is our rectangle tool. We click, then we come and drag on our page, create it. Okay, so we have this now. The next thing now is to create this text here, this body we are seeing inside. So on the first one, remember, once you have made use of any tool on your toolbox, click your pick tool to drop the tool that you have just finished using. So let's click our pick tool. Now we are making use of our text tool to create all of this text inside here. So this is our text tool. We'll click on our text tool and then come to where we want to apply that, and then we click. So creating our student information. Right, let's drop that tool now. So let us zoom in on our card that we are creating to have a better view of it. So we'll make use of our zoom tool to zoom in and out of our page. Remember, we'll be making use of our zoom tool to zoom in and out of our page. So we have zoomed in on our card that we are creating. So let's drop our zoom tool now. So let's align this now to the middle, center of our page. Okay. The next thing now is to create this name, registration number, all of this text inside here. So let's go back. Let's create our name using our text tool. Create this now. Okay, so we have created all of this now. So let's click our pick tool to drop our text tool. But we have to space out this text that we have just created to look like this. So we have spaces here. So we have to space this one out. And for us to do that, we'll make use of our shape tool from our toolbar. This is our shape tool. Once we click now, we'll be able to shape, give this a text, desired space that we want. So to do that, we'll click on this small icon here. Once we click this, then we drag down to give it spacing. I think this is okay. Yes, then we drop our shape tool again. So let us create these boxes that we are seeing here, these spaces, fill in information. So first of all, we'll create for name. Now we'll still make use of the rectangle tool to create this bar, this rectangle bar that we're seeing here. So name. Okay. Now for registration number, we have something different other than the one for name. So we can create this also still using the rectangle tool. So we notice that it's different. We have lines in between. So we can either create it, we can either create one long bar, then we'll now add lines inside, or we can just create a square. We can create a square. We can just be creating square boxes. Create square boxes. Or we can um, duplicate what we already have here. And to duplicate what we have here, we'll make use of our Control D key on our keyboard. Once we press we'll combine our Control key and the D key on the keyboard, like D as in for dog. So we press both of them, we combine them to duplicate this. So we have a duplicate of this one we have previously created. So let's align this here. So we can duplicate again. Once we duplicated the first time and align it, the next one will be duplicating. We take the alignment of the previous one we created. So let's continue. Okay, so we have this. Then next is for home address, for address, but it is different from what we have here. Here we have square boxes, but what we have here is a straight line. So let us create a straight line. And how do we do that? We make use of our freehand tool from our pen tool box. So these are all the pen tools that we have here. But what we want to make use of is the freehand tool. So let's click on the freehand tool. Now, to create a straight line, either vertical or horizontal, we'll make use of our control key on our keyboard. Once we press our control key and then we drag to give us a straight line. But if not, we may be having something, we'll not be having straight line. But once we combine our control key and drag, we'll have a straight line. Okay, so we have a straight line here. Create another line here. Okay, but this space is small. Let's check. Okay, so we have to give it more space here. So we'll come back to our text tool. Add space here. Okay. Freehand tool again. Okay. Alright, we have been able to create this straight line. So what is next? So we have to create these squared boxes again. Remember, make use of our rectangle to create this. Remember, I said you can duplicate or you can just draw more. Okay, that's the signature. Don't worry about the text that you are seeing inside. We'll fill all of these ones later as we progress. So let's go to signature. So, okay, we still have to insert our email. So let us adjust this border to accommodate that. So let's click on our border. But first of all, let's zoom out a little so that we will see full view of our page. Click on our zoom tool again, then we zoom out. This is the zoom out. So let's adjust this. Now let's use our text tool again. Create the email. Let's leave this for now because we'll be asked to change this as we progress to our own email. So having created the prototype, let us look at what they want us to do. Let us look at the application. So it said using font point 36, format the student information as personal information in uppercase and embolden. So what they are basically saying is that we should change the student information to personal information and it should be in uppercase and bolded. But remember, they ask us to use firstly, they ask us to use Calibri typeface and the font size should be 24. So we have to change this now to Calibri. So we can change this our font now from this our font bar here. Once we click, we see the list of fonts that we currently have on the currently installed on the computer. So what they say we should use is Calibri. So let us search for Calibri. So this is Calibri. They ask us to use Calibri. So let's select Calibri. calibrate, and the size for this is 36 points. So let us change the size from here. This is our font size. Click, and then we search for 36, size 36. So this is 36 points. That is what they want us to use here, 36. Okay. So we see now that our information now is a little out of place. It is not at the middle of our card. So let us fix that. But before we fix that, let us give it the information they ask us to give it. So we have to change student information to personal information. Now we click on our text to change this our text here. So we are changing student now to personal information, and they want us, and the case they want us to use is uppercase. So how to do that? We select our text, then we come to our text bar here. Our text bar. Once we click our text bar, we have this option. So we locate change case because we want to change the case of the text. So they ask us to use uppercase. We're asked to use uppercase here. So let's select uppercase, then we click OK. So our text has changed to uppercase. And they also ask us to bolden it. And this is our bold here, our bold button. And the shortcut for that is Control B. So once we have done that, let's click on our pick tool. Now let's align this our text now to our card. So how to do that? We'll select our text using our shift key on the keyboard, and then we'll now select this frame or the object we want to align it with. So we select this now using our shift key, and then we select this one also. So we have selected both of them. So we'll press our C key on the keyboard. So once we press the C key as in cat. Once we press the C to align it to the center of this frame. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's zoom in a little using our zoom tool. Okay, our some of these our spaces here are a little out of place. So let us adjust them a little. This now is supposed to be here. This one also. So let's select everything using our shift key. Select. Okay. Okay. So let us look at the number 2 application. Say key in your full name in the space provided for name in uppercase. So we have to fill in this name space provided here. So in our case, we'll be making use of school name, and in uppercase. Remember, they said in uppercase. So to type in uppercase on your keyboard, you press your caps lock key on your keyboard. Once you have done that, the text will be in uppercase. So let's type complete school. Okay, let's drop our text to now. Let's fit this in space. but our text is bigger than the namespace provided. So let us shorten. Okay, so we have this as our name. Now our registration number. We have to key in our registration number in the provided space. Registration number. So we have to put in our registration number here. So make use of our text tool again. Let's create registration number CMIS 221 slash 2024. Okay, so let's use this as our registration number. Align it to the namespace provided. We can adjust, we can give it a space to fit one letter in each of these boxes we have here. So to do that, we will make use of our shape tool again. Click on our shape tool. So remember, previously we make use of this button here, this icon here, to give it space after text. But we'll make use of this one now to give space, to apply space in between text. So we click on this icon here and we drag. Okay, so we have our registration number here fitted in the registration space provided. So the next one now is to create our address. So let's give our address. Let us check the said for address, supply your home address is provided space and italicize it. So let us type in our address first. So we make use of three. Okay, so let's fit this now in this space. Adjust. Okay, space after is much. Alright. Now we were asked to italicize it, so we can make this, can italicize. Oh, our text should be calibrate. Make it italic. Did it give us size? No, it did not give us size to use, so it should be 24 points. Okay, so this is our address and it is italicized. So the next one now is impute the date of birth in the namespace in the space marked date, month, year as follows. Okay, so for this now we have to impute our date of birth. So we make use of 01 07 2024. Let's fit this in the space. Okay, now the next one is to replace the asterisk in this place. Not create an asterisk, but it is there. So we have to replace this asterisk in the signature box with the first 5 digits of our registration number. So let us give this the first 5 digits of our registration number, which is CMIS 0. Okay, let's give this in. Okay, so for the next application, type in any valid email address to replace the email address they gave us. So let us change the email. Let us type in our email address. Okay. So we'll be making use of our school email address. So this is our school email address. So let's align this. Let's change this to calibrate. Remember that is our font they ask us to use. Okay. So now print out your work in landscape orientation. Remember when we were creating our page, we made use of landscape orientation. So this is the reason why we made use of landscape orientation. So it is very important that before you answer any question, you have to read your instruction before you answer your question. If you read the instruction first and you did not understand, make sure you read it again. Read it again before you start answering. Once you read it again, the Lord will grant you understanding. So, okay, to print our work, so we'll come to the File tab. Now we'll locate Print. Click on Print. The shortcut for it is Ctrl P. Now we have our print page. So we select our printer from the list of printers that we currently have on the computer. Then we'll leave the orientation as landscape, because that is what they said we should print as landscape. Then having checked all of these, we'll click on print to print our work. Thank you very much for watching. We have come to the end of this tutorial. The Lord bless you.